And thank you once again for joining us here on Idaho Today, Boise Weekly. It's out today and every Thursday, actually. So here to give us a little glimpse of what is in this week's issue is our good friend, Jeanne Huff. Hello, Jeanne. How are you?
Hello.
Hello. All right. So Inspiration Alley's got an update, including a really impressive addition that involves Dolly Parton. Tell us about that.
Yes. So the Oliver Russell building is owned by Russ Stoddard, and he started Inspiration Alley because he was inspired by social justice heroes. And so he got these great artists to paint these heroes on the walls of his outdoor walls of his building. You might know the building as the I Love You Man building because it's got the I Love You Man guy out front.
Oh, awesome. Okay, yes, I know exactly where you're saying now. Yeah,
Right,
and
right,
I've never
yeah.
really noticed that mural of all those beautiful faces along the
So
side.
it's been in the alley before. It's behind the building in the alley, but now he's wrapping his whole building with them.
Oh, that's fantastic. Okay, and so there's also an interview with him in the Boise Weekly that gives a little deeper dive too into the motivation and the reason why he's decided to do this, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay, all right. So that in itself is just a great reason to pick up a Boise Weekly. Also to go for a nice little tour of downtown and take a peek at what he's creating there. Maybe even swing by a patio bar, right?
Yes, we have a story about rooftop patio bars, actually.
Oh.
So it's rooftop dining in the heat.
Oh,
Where can
lovely.
you go so that you're not going to fry up?
Yeah, we all want to avoid that, right? And
Right.
the joy of being in a patio bar is you get that outdoor experience, you get the nice breeze. It should be a bit of a cooler experience as well, and especially as we're starting to head towards fall. This is going to be such a great dining option. I love that. And this is such a beautiful picture too. That makes me just want to go to a patio bar anyway right now.
All right.
Yes. All right. But let's talk about this really cool tour of Boise that involves history and a little bit of the macabre, right?
Right. Mark Iverson does these macabre Boise history tours. And so he is a history buff, and he has a tour that you can do there every Thursday at 7, and you can get a little bit of Boise's past in the occult, true crime, and some sort of weird medical devices. I don't know if I want to go there or not.
Oh my goodness. Okay, but this involves though, kind of where our city has been, and possibly maybe even giving a little projection to where we are going. I love these types of things, and the Boise history is so rich. I don't think many people, even who've grown up here, are even aware of the roots that we have in it. So I think it's interesting to those who've been here their entire life and those who are new. What a great way to learn about the city that you live in, right?
I'm sure. And one of the buildings is the Idaho Hotel.
Yes.
That has a lot of history, and apparently it's haunted.
I have heard this, Jeanne. You know that is kind of the what do they call it? Not folk tale, but like little rumor, amongst those who live here that the Idaho is haunted. And I like the idea too that this tour is macabre, because then as we start to head towards fall and Halloween, this is a great thing to kind of put on your calendar to note and go take advantage of and be a part of. But the Idaho is such a gorgeous building. It's one of my favorite in downtown. It's so distinct, especially with some of its features. It just really stands out from the rest.
It really does, with those turrets that they have up there.
Yes, so super pretty. All right, so Jeanne, these are just a couple of the amazing things that you get to read and find out about in this week's Boise Weekly, which comes out every week, by the way, every Thursday. But if people want to head out today to go get their copy of Boise Weekly, where do they find it?
You can get it at your local Albertsons, Fred Meyer, at Jackson stores, and at Rediscovered Books, at your coffee shop, at the Flicks. And if you can't find one, just go on our website and use our little I Want to Find My Boise Weekly tool.
Oh, wonderful. And you know what else, too? I like the fact that you are in some really great kind of boutique areas like the Flying M. That's my favorite place to go get our Boise Weekly. It's an excuse to go have a really nice chai tea and to sit down and then flip through all the amazing content that you guys have.
Absolutely.
Yes. All right, Jeanne, thank you so much.
Right? Yeah.
Yes, get a coffee, get a little scone, and then read some really great stories.
Yep.
All right, Jeanne, take care, my friend. We'll see you again.